Oh, whoopsies. That probably isn't good. Okay. Hi, guys. Okay. Okay. Hey, love. I am messing what? Apparently you are. I'm messing with my knitting needles right now. I'm not I'm also exhausted and tired, and honestly, yeah, I'm so tired, guys. I'm so tired. I feel like I'm never gonna get a job. I feel like uh-oh. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Oh, wait. Yeah, I feel like I'm not gonna get a job. I feel like I'm failing at life. 3 millimeter. Oh. I feel like I'm failing at being a mom. And my stream deck isn't working. Wonderful, wonderful, perfect. All sorts of things are so great right now. But yeah. You know, the negative thoughts, they happen, right? Yeah, I'm messing with my aw, thanks guys. I'm messing with my knitting needles right now. Sorry. I have to get everything set up for tomorrow because aw, love. No, don't say that. Well, I mean, I don't even have the time to code. So how do I expect to? I can't even get this off right now. Holy moly. Oh my gosh, guys, I can't even get this off right now. How am I supposed to expect to play games if I can't even code? 2.75, 3, okay, 2.5. Like, hi, Scro, welcome in. I'm obviously not working on my code right now. I am trying to get my knitting needles set up for tomorrow, and then I have to frog something really quick too. There we go. How is everyone? How was everyone's weekend? Who watched the Super Bowl? Hi, Howling. How are you? What's your situation? Did you end up taking the new job? Are you staying at your old job? Yeah, fill me in, fill me in. Like talking to a bunch of people, it just seems like I'm gonna have to network, but the problem is, when am I gonna network? Like it's so hard, and they're like, "Oh yeah, like if you can talk to recruiters, that's even better." And I'm just like, "How am I supposed to talk to a recruiter? I can't go to like these events and stuff." Oh my gosh. Love, you've been working too hard. Ooh, React. Okay. So you are more of a Python programmer, sounds like. Okay. Okay. I don't know why I just put that away. I needed that. Wait. No, 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 no. Okay, we're good. See, look, my knitting needles are set up now. um, and that might be more painful than Rust. So many people like React though. And then also, guys, okay, hold on. Let me get this set up. I know. This is a great programming stream right now, huh? Oh wait, let me update first. You're at 2 stream streak. So I've been trying to get everything set up for, because we have a long car ride. It can get out of control really quickly. I mean, isn't that programming in general that it can get out of control? And the biggest pain to debug. I mean, I think that doesn't that just come with practice? Because I feel like when I was first learning Python, it was chaotic to say the least. But also I'm about to frog this, not React in particular. Okay, okay. So I'm about to frog this, so don't mind me again. I'm obviously not I'm obviously not in the best headspace for programming. I have my yarn in front of me, and I also want to show you guys what I've been working on the past 2 days. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, so I might have to turn on my overhead camera. But let me set this up because I need to bring this tomorrow. And okay. Okay, so let me get this all set up, aka unwound. Like, look how luscious this yarn looks. So I'm making a t-shirt with this yarn. I'm afraid it's gonna be itchy, but at the same time, I'm kind of excited because yeah, like the sweater I made, I don't like how it fits on me, so I'm kind of like tempted to undo it and remake it and make it in the smaller size. Oh, crud, what did I do? What did I do? So I have frogged this like 3 different times already in the past like couple of days, and I think I just made a giant knot. But how was everyone's weekend? Who won the Super Bowl? Who won the Super Bowl? I again was not watching. Actually, I don't even think we have a channel that gives Super Bowl or that Super Bowl is live on or whatever. But yeah. I heard who is playing in the Super Bowl. I don't actually even know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know who is playing. Um, I think Seahawks. Okay, Seahawks, because I did see Sending was so happy that I guess. Oh, okay. Whoa, wait. I do know who won. Seahawks and Bad Bunny. Um, I know Seahawks won because Sending posted something that was like, "Yay, Seahawks." Oh yeah, there was a lot going on with Bad Bunny. I did hear that he in during his halftime show, he displayed all of the flags of South. My printer just went off. High tech to oh, uh, data analyst, scientist. How are you? Welcome in. Um, we'll get to coding in just a second. Here, you guys can look at my pretty graph while I mess with my yarn that I probably should have done before I went live, but you know, I haven't been streaming, so yeah. Yeah, so I heard um there was a lot of uh opinions about Bad Bunny. Um and I don't know enough about what was going on, but with what his message was, I agree with him. I did see somebody post that the only thing stronger than hate is love. Oh, thanks so much for following Oppo Leonardo. Okay, but who was playing against the Seahawks? That's the question. Who is playing against the Seahawks? Okay, we got this. Good. This one is good. Now, and then I'll show you what I've been working on the past couple of days because it was obviously not coding or programming. Okay. Here. You guys want to see what I've been working on? I'm actually really, really proud of them. And they're so cute. They're so cute. So I actually want to make some with my emotes. Let me see. This code should be under autofocus. Okay. So I've been making these little charms. Like, how cute are these? They're for stitch markers. So I'm gonna get little what do you call it? Jump rings. Jump rings and then attach them and then they're gonna go on my knitting needles. And they actually started out this big and then they became this small. So I like how the clear ones look more than the white ones. But I don't know. What are your guys' opinions? Yeah. What are your guys' opinions? Which ones do you like more? The white one or the clear one? But yeah, so this is to keep track of my my knitting. How cute are these? So this is what I've been working on. As you can see, they have numbers. Some of them are numbered. And then some of them are clear. Some are clear. And then some are white. I think I personally like the clear ones more. Yeah. I personally like the clear ones more. As you can see on both sides. Well, the white ones, obviously, the design only shows on one. But yeah, so that's what I've been working on. Obviously not coding. You don't know what's going on? That's okay. I don't know what's going on either. Um, Knitting looks hard. I mean, it's not really. It takes dexterity. I will say that. It does take dexterity. Okay, so I have my knitting set up. Okay, so knitting is set up for tomorrow. I need my I need to also remember my scissors. Those are in the car. Okay. I think we're good. I think we're good. Okay, so let's get to this. So what else do I have to do? This is what I've been working on. So graphs are, oh, why did that not turn off? Sorry. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Okay, so this is what I've been working on with the graphs and with the data that I've scraped. And oh, that's right. That's right. That's why it doesn't. You can't see all of it. Here. No, dang it. Okay, hold on. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Half screen. Going on here. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, guys. Okay. So this is what I've been working on. Basically what this one is this is the average cost per win of I'm so not with it right now, guys. Okay. So this is the average cost per win, right? So for each team. So like the efficient teams are not, their payroll isn't as high, but they might be winning more, right? So like this line tells you the total wins for each team. So let's see what happens if I okay, let's close this. Let's close this. Okay, so like the Texas Rangers, they are highly efficient. So the cost per win is 79,000, right? And their total payroll is about 7 million, and their total wins, they won 87. However, like the Atlanta Braves, their cost per win is 250,000. They are paying almost 18 million in payroll. And the total wins, they only won 72 games in 1986. There's actually one that was like ridiculously, let me see. Uh-oh, why are you not updating? Oh, well then that would be why. Ah. But I think I do want to have more art streams again. I don't know. Guys, I'm really, really struggling right now with positivity and just being, just believing in myself. I'm really having trouble with that right now. Like, really, really having trouble with. it's it kind of stinks. And okay, what the heck is going on? There you go. I can do it. It's yeah. See. There was one year that it was like ridiculously high for, I think it was the, yeah, so like right here, average cost per win was almost $1 million. Their total payroll was $74 million, and they won 79 times, while like Houston Astros, their cost per win was about 500,000, and then they won 100 games. So the efficiency of the, I wanted to show the efficiency of the team. Like, okay, so, and then this is the average cost of the win across the entire league, which was about 500,000. So I made it so that if it was above the average, then it was red. If it was below, it was green. And then the roster units is how many minimum wage, or not minimum wage, but the minimum cost per win was is 52,000. League minimum floor cost per win. Yeah. So that one was the league that had the least, like, this is the least amount that it was needed for a win, which was 52,000. And yeah, so like right here, Montreal Express, they won 65 times. Their cost per win, though, was only $127,000. Their total payroll was $8 million, and they would have, their roster, so if they had the minimum salary was $170,000. So they could afford 48.9 of a player at the minimum wage, while they are basically paying for the Orioles. They're paying for 436.3 people at the minimum wage, or minimum salary. Sorry, not minimum wage, minimum salary. Sorry. So yeah, like I thought, oh wait, hold on. Yeah, so like right here, you can see the difference where they're paying 74 million, while the next highest, which is the Dodgers, were paying 60 million. And just because they're paying for bigger names doesn't mean that they are going to be a better player. And then league parity, the average, wow, I'm trying. Hi, Addie. So the minimum salary, so I used the minimum salary again, and basically this is how the minimum salary rose through the years from when I had the first set of data, which was 1986, all the way up to 2010. And basically this is the equality line, and this shows that the salary going up does not have any correlation to the difference in the best and the worst teams. So just because the better teams just because these teams are winning doesn't mean that they are necessarily the higher paid teams. So the fact that it's going up and down, and then it kind of levels off near the league parity line, then it shows that, okay, it's very volatile. It changes year to year. It's not a consistent trend upwards that the inequality grows or the inequality is decreasing. It depends on that year. It depends on the players, which again, kind of already knew that, but it's shown in the graph now. And then this one is pretty cool too. So this is the draft priority. So the bigger than the circle is, the higher that the number that they were allowed to pick. So like the Angels, so usually if they pick first, they did very poorly the year before. So they had first pick in 1995, right? But then does having first pick affect their winning percentage? And usually, from what I understand, is the first year draft doesn't necessarily show how the player will play. It will actually be like a couple of years after. And so let me see. I think Diamondbacks started later. Okay, so like Dodgers picked 20th. Oh wait, yeah. So Dodgers picked 20th this year. I don't know why. I'll have to figure it out. But and they picked second this year. So you can kind of see there's a slight trajectory upwards that they picked higher, and then the next years following they did better because their picks were a lot later. But then yeah, yeah. So like Diamondbacks, they picked fourth this year, but then it shows that okay, they did better the following year league wise, but win percentage wise not necessarily. And then all of a sudden they just dropped and they picked 15th. So yeah, and then they did very, very poorly, and then they picked first, and then it went up. So yeah, that's what I have. I actually have to record something describing this. So we're going to record this. Okay, we're gonna record this. I just, yeah. I think I'm really struggling with that confidence of, hey, I can do this, you know? It's been tough. It's also been really, like, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I had like, and I'm not in this place anymore, okay? I'm not in this place anymore, but it was pretty bad. Earlier, like this weekend, I was just like, you know, my kid doesn't deserve such a horrible mom. Like I'm basically worthless. I don't believe that, right? I don't believe that now, but in that moment, it was a very emotional. Thoughts, and yeah. Hi Moti. I streaming wise, I don't actually give out my LinkedIn link just because it's a lot of personal information. However, if we do get to talking, I will probably share it with you. I've shared my LinkedIn link with a few people, especially people who have been able to refer me to jobs and everything like that. But yeah, I'm also not very active on LinkedIn. I think I have like 100 connections. I'm I'm like the worst quote unquote influencer. I'm like not active on any social media. I stream and that's about it. But yeah, it's been a lot, guys. Hi, Shafi. It, it's I want to hear how you guys deal with this quote unquote imposter syndrome, whether it's in your personal life or in your professional life, whether you are a programmer um or if you're a programmer or somebody who wants to transition into tech or somebody who just likes to watch me code. I prepped all of them. Yeah, I prepped all of these. So I scraped the data here. Let me. Okay. Okay, so I scraped the data. So all of this was scraped. So as you can see, like right here, I got the HTML. Here, why don't I explain what this is, since I think there are a bunch of new people. So basically, I scraped the website. I wrote this code, and where is the website? Okay. So I wrote this code. So I had to scrape this website for the stats, the events. So year, event, names, statistics. So I got this, and then what interviews? I don't get callbacks. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, I think getting like rejected from like 5 jobs last week did not help. Especially since 2 of them I literally got rejected like before I think anybody even saw it. I think their automated system just was like, nope. And just so it that really like was like, okay, this is not happening. But yeah, so I scraped this data and then I took all of this, right? And I found it going through the HTML and everything like that. Then I put it into CSV files. Oh, thanks so much for the follow, Real LeBron. I appreciate it. And then from there, I put it into SQL. So as you can see, and so I have all of the statistics for the players and things like that. I have what the statistic is for. I have the standings of the year, the win percentage, which league they're part of, because American and National League. And then also from there, I imported to SQL, and then you can actually query. Oh, wait, sorry. You can all actually query. I still have to write this one. Oh. Okay, so you can actually query from here and choose like to filter from specific tables. And then from there, I wrote an app where it graphs everything. So I created like these SQL queries, and I found like the mean of the average pick draft position, the win percentage, and then I also had to resize it. I did get a little bit of help from AI for this part because I was not sure how to show the difference in the draft bubbles. Like, remember how my bubbles were different sizes? They weren't showing different sizes. And then like the payroll. So this is stuff that I wrote and then so it's not auto-generated. Yeah, so yeah, that is this is my project, guys. This is my project. Okay, but I am actually going to okay, I'm going to actually I don't like that. I don't like that. Okay, hold on. Hold on, guys. The heck is going on here? Um, too big. Sorry guys, I need to record stuff, so I'm trying to have it so that you guys can still watch while I record. Yeah. So, that's what I'm doing right now. We're gonna explain this. We're gonna explain it. And I'm hopefully not going to trip all over my words because I probably will. I probably will trip all over my words. Okay. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna record and then I can do this. I can do this, guys. Okay. So I'm gonna practice really quick. I'm gonna hit a focus mode. Can you even see focus mode right now? No, you guys can't even see the focus mode. It's okay. It's okay, guys. I know it's white, but yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. So the return on investment, is each of the bars shows the how much the average cost for each team is. So if the green, they spent less than, red spent more than the league average. So there's the league average line, which if a team spent more per win, they're red. If they spent less, they're green. The line shows this line. What happened here? Why is this not? Hold on. Why is this? Ooh, okay. Hold on. Uh, I feel like I would want the World Series winners on here too, but again, that's for another day. I feel like I already did. I need to get this turned in, basically. That is the main thing. I need to get this turned in. I think that's the yeah. Main thing is I need to get it turned in. Okay. So okay. So I'm gonna record and then I'll just edit everything together after. And then I'll probably Deagle. So it's actually their winnings. So they won 114 times. They spent their total payroll for this particular year was 74 million, but their cost per win was about 650,000. So if they were to pay minimum salary, they could have 400 with their payroll, right? So they have 74 million. If they were to pay minimum salary, which was 170,000 this year, they would be able to pay 435 players, 435.1 players. And then so they won. The red line is actually the total wins. Oh, perfect. Perfect. This is so much better. I think I'm in the way now. Oh no, I'm in the way. Should I Okay, I guess another question is, do you think I should be on the computer on the screen during my recording? I feel like I should, but I also feel like I don't really want to be. Like, yeah. Right? Would that Is that okay? Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Should I, guys? So, okay. Let me record this. Let me read what the Okay, so I need to final project presentation. Provide a brief explanation of my dashboard functionality and insights during the presentation. Submit your video link in the form. Okay. I guess I will yeah, it's fine. I'll do this. It's fine. It's fine. Wait, a result correlation between dollars spent in salary cap and player results by the looks. Yes. Yeah, so it's basically like return on investment. So the red are very much not efficient, and like these are very efficient teams. Did they do the best? No, but like the Blue Jays did well, and so did the Astros. The Astros did really well. It was one year that the Mets were just like ridiculously. Oh no, did it freeze again? Ugh. Annoying. Okay. I mean, I'm not exactly saying anything good. I'm saying that they spent a lot of money one year. Like, it was I have to find it. I have to find which year it was. I don't follow baseball, although I have to admit, baseball games, like when you go live, are pretty fun and pretty interesting. Oh yeah, like the Dodgers this year, this particular year, they won less than average. The more hope there, the worse. Oh no. Yeah, so like Mets and Dodgers, this actually all of these teams just did very, very poorly. And then like these teams kicked butt compared compared to them. Okay. Anyways, where is it? It was like just 1 year. Was it this one? I don't think so. But also yes, because look, they had won 59 games, but they spent 40 million or 41, almost 41 million on their hi Cha on their payroll, right? And they won 59 games. So each time they won, it costs almost 700,000 for them to win. And like Montreal Expos, they were one of the more successful teams, and their cost per win was only 187,000 compared to almost 700,000. 190,000. 190,000 to compare to almost 700,000 per win. Oh wow. This year, 94, they just did not do as I feel like there was an outlier this year. Why is that the case? 94, was that the year of the strike? I learned so much about baseball. Hold on. Players also play in losses. They do, but it's the average cost. So it's basically trying to show, okay, well, is this team being efficient with their spending, or are they just kind of burning money for the managers? It's not necessarily like saying, oh, this is actually how much it costs, but for the breakdown, it's okay, well, if you were to look at each time they won over the season, how much did it cost their team to win? Hi, Diva. See, what was I gonna do? Welcome in. Okay, so we're gonna record really quick. My stream, oh my gosh, it's so frustrating. I can't just hit a button. I have to like go into my program today. Yeah, and you're basically burning the owner's money. It also shows like the amounts of times that they won if they are doing better than the average, which is 81 games, because I learned that that is about 50, that is exactly 50 games. Hi, Rython. I'm losing my mind. How about you? How are you doing? I would much rather be knitting or sleeping right now, but Vetted? What? No, this is my project. Except now I'm just like, no, wait, what? I don't have the brain capacity for this right now, guys. I am going to be 100% honest. I probably wasn't gonna stream tonight, except I haven't been streaming and I need to finish this project and yeah. No, 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 no. I'm just I wait, what are we talking about tickets? What are you guys talking about right now? I'm it's complete for now. I mean, yeah, so yeah, I do understand. Hi, Pierce Sizzle. That's going okay. I mean, yeah. I was talking about this earlier. I think I'm dealing with some huge imposter self-worth, self-confidence, not even self-confidence, just self-worth issues right now. Not just in programming, but also like motherhood and a person in general. So I'm really that's where I've been the past couple of days, have not been in the correct headspace to stream. And honestly, like I did a lot of coding off stream and honestly like I'm oh no, why would that sound bad? Yeah, it's being a mom is hard, guys. It's really hard. Especially when you are someone who has such high standards for herself. Like, I have high standards for my kids. My kid, too. I am tired. I have really high standards for my kids, but I also understand that they are a kid. But it's also but I'm also kind of like I have really high standards for myself too, and when I don't meet those standards, it feels like I'm failing. And like don't get me wrong, being a stay-at-home mom is a lot of work, like and it takes a very strong woman to do that. I don't think I'm that person. I don't think I'm cut out to be a stay-at-home mom. um and getting so many rejections this past week was also not so great. And honestly, like if it felt like my resume was getting looked at and then they just decided it wasn't a good fit, then I would be like, okay, you know what? It's fine. Keep going. But like, I'm at the point where I'm just like, I don't know how I'm gonna get through these automated systems. Like, I was talking to my friend and um, he was like, like for the career shifters, what Amazon looks for is like these projects and things like that. And I'm just thinking, but how do you even get to a recruiter at this point if they are just filtering you out with your resume? Wait, I'm not playing their games? What? I'm too slow for this right now, Zulfer. Oh, so the thing is, like, I had I had somebody who I had a quote unquote career coach look at my resume and revamp it. And I feel like it looks more professional, but I also feel like it doesn't really stand out. Like it almost feels too standard now, if that makes sense. Like before I had figure skating on it, I had teaching on it. And now like because I was told, oh, like that's too far in your work history, we shouldn't include it. You should only include like the most recent like 5 to 7 years. And it's just kind of like, well then I've been out of work for 4 years, 4 years now, because having a baby, dealing with health issues, you know, like, hi Misty. I hope you're doing well. I hope you are getting out of the hole. Also, I have to send you something. I've been using it on my eczema and it's not necessarily healing it super fast, but I think it's like helping. You have to have a great. Yeah, that's where I'm struggling right now, Zulfer. Like I feel like, and then like Pierce Sizzle. But the thing is, so I'm applying to jobs, right? But if their system is filtering me out before it even gets into the hands of a recruiter, and who knows, like it could also just be I'm just a crappy programmer. I'm just not any like, okay, I'm trying not to think like that, but like there's two sides to the coin, right? It's either I blame the system, or else I just have to face the facts that I'm not good enough. You know, it's at this point it's one or the other. Like that's how I see it. I can relate to the fatigue. I can relate to the fatigue. And Reserti, like I also understand that too, which is kind of like it's you know, like if I don't get a job programming, am I gonna stop programming? No, I really enjoy it. Like I really enjoy programming, but at some point something has to give, you know, like I have a kid that as she gets older, like if I want to put her in sports, if I want to give her these opportunities, I need to be working, you know? Like it. And if I need to pivot from programming as a career, then it's going to be like, when am I going to program? You know? And it's like, I think all of these thoughts have been going through my head. So Zulfer, I'm actually in a data engineering pathway, and I really do enjoy data engineering. I enjoy the cleaning and verification and validation of the data. So they don't do that anymore. The Amazon warehouse tech apprenticeships, they don't have that anymore. I think they stopped that like 2 years ago. Yeah. Rython, I agree right now. I agree. And it's like, I was talking again, I mentioned this earlier. I was talking to someone. They're like, yeah, like you just have to go out to these events, meet recruiters, network, and stuff like that. And it's like, I have a kid. When am I going to do that? You know, I do have referrals, but I mean, like, I used two of my referrals and then I completely just froze on the online assessment. And the thing is, like, I'm okay not getting a job right now. I would love to get some online assessment and interview practice, though, you know, and like doing mock interviews with friends or people I know is not the same as like sitting and actually being in an interview. Oh, I don't think AI is taking jobs, Pierce Sizzle. I think that it's gonna get turned upside down for a little bit, but I still stand by my belief that it is not sustainable to get rid of all of the junior engineer jobs. Yes, it will change it. Yes, we will have to adapt. Yes, there may not be as many jobs, but I also feel like it's just not sustainable to get rid of these junior level jobs. And it's not sustainable to cut so many junior level jobs either, because that whole pyramid, if we flip the pyramid upside down and have too many seniors, what's going to happen when these seniors move on? There's not going to be the juniors to move up. Yeah. At my shop, which is academic assistant, we don't do any networking. Will have jobs. We just build lots more with AI. Yeah, and I think we're at a really weird time where companies are going to be cutting jobs, but I think there's been a really interesting shift where these CEOs, like where companies are thinking all about the overhead and the profit and stuff, but they're forgetting that with company layoffs and with people being out of work, it means that there aren't going to be people to buy these products that they are pushing. Zulfer, but that's really hard because there are also some interviewers that like they not necessarily power trip, but they want to see how well a junior takes direction, you know? So it's really, really hard for somebody to know what is appropriate. So the safest thing is always to be more professional. Right on. There's a new shift. There's a new shift where CEOs get fired and replaced by AI. Generation. Yeah, AI produces code. Writing code was never the main focus of software engineering. Yeah, I think it's about understanding the logic and figuring out creative ways and understanding how to make a system more efficient. Rizerti, I don't know if I understand that question. Are you combining your data science stuff with agentic pipelines? Like, I don't think I understand that. Go for it, Rython. I mean, I used AI for some of this because I'm trying to understand the logic. I didn't use it for the coding part of it, but I did get some help with AI. But I still have this like okay, so I still have this thing where, okay, I get that AI will make me more efficient as a programmer, but if I don't understand what AI is giving me and I can't explain it, then how am I going to know if it's correct? So that's why I'm trying to learn how to do this first so I can understand how things actually work. The license. All right, the code. Hi, Ian. Yeah, so it's like, so I feel like I'm in this bind because I've been asked by friends and everything like, oh, how are you utilizing AI? And I am utilizing it more now that I understand more. But I think these companies are, I think like I'm stressed and I'm listening to all these horror stories of people like vibe coding at these big companies, and then they're pushing these products or they're pushing these updates, and then like it's a huge security risk or something like that. But like the fact that they are able to talk their way and be like, oh yeah, I know what I'm doing, and this like I can make it so efficient and stuff, and I'm just like, I can't compete with that. Yeah, so Misty, I also feel the same way. Like, I feel like when I use AI, I almost like, it almost feels like I stop, like, I forget what it is. Like, I doesn't retain, like, I have to constantly go back. Oh, what did we change up here? Oh, what was here? And like, it feels like, and also there's not necessarily consistency. So like if I fed AI something and then like I work somewhere else and then I try to get help, even though like I applied the changes that AI gave me previously and like I mention it and stuff, like it'll do something else that I will have to either fix. Oh my god. And my baby doesn't sleep. My baby doesn't sleep. Like I'm okay, you guys keep chatting. Like my baby's awake, and I have to admit I'm also very frustrated with that too, which is why I feel like such a bad mom. Um, yeah, you aren't cheating. It's the only thing bad about AIs is really bad for learning. Yeah, I agree. Like, I feel like I don't retain anything. Like, if I'm just spit out the answer and I don't understand it, I don't retain it. Yeah, my baby was never a good sleeper, Frank. And I think she takes after me, like, and my mom. My mom definitely has insomnia. And then, like, for me, I'm a very light sleeper. Like, I'm very light. And yeah. Oh, yeah, I used AI to write documentation, but like the README. Are... Okay, hey, let's keep this at least. We don't need to attack each other, okay? We might have difference of opinions and we can share the difference of opinions. However, let's not attack each other. You know more things you can fix. Why so resistant? I used AI to learn. It was getting in my way. Sputnik. So you did not like using it to learn? Yeah, so I ask questions. Like I ask, "Hey, I don't understand this," or like, "Hey, I'm getting this error. What does it mean?" And like usually it'll mention like, "Oh, we're missing a punctuation," and I can like find it like right away or else. So I do use it like that too. I agree. I think it's a divisive topic. Like I think there are very big opinions on it. Um, but yeah, like, but I think it also depends on your learning style, Roserti. There are some people that they are told something and they can retain it. But for me, like, I have said this again and again, like, for me, I don't learn by just being told. I have to do it. I have to see the mistake. I have to understand it. That's how I learned, like, that's how I learned to learn in skating. In skating, you can't just be told, hey, like, lift your arm here and you're going to land the jump. You have to understand, okay, so everyone's body is different, right? So what might work for somebody else won't work for me, but like, okay, I need you to tighten your back muscle and like, yeah, it's okay, hold on. Wait, what did hold on. Pure sizzle. Wait. Oh, you're gonna call it it's AI. Whoa, okay. I think Cloud Code even has a learning mode. Me and my agent bud coding as one. A token machine? Wait, could it be an ego or pride thing? Wait, what? Ian, what are you talking about now? Hold on. Yeah, so Reserti, I think for me asking, hey, can you explain this issue I'm having? Or can you break down this problem, like exactly what it's saying? And then I read it and I figure out a solution that way. I can retain that. But like my issue is people are telling me, and I'm not saying anybody here, but to use it to like, why don't I just have AI code for me and things like that? And it's just like, it's, I don't learn anything. I don't learn anything. But it is. I mean, I wouldn't say I look down on using AI to right on to code. I think it's more not necessarily what Rython said, but I think it's more I look down on the fact that there have been people who just again push these changes and there are huge security risks or like not checking their work. I think that's where I come into this like this opinion that for me, I even when I do use AI, I check my work. But then again, I don't understand all of it because I am asking if I'm asking it to do something that I don't fully understand. Like some of the stuff like, oh, that I understand, I wouldn't mind, okay, hey, can you do this really quickly? And then I look at it and I correct the little bit that I need to, and then I input it into my code. I will do that. But like these complicated things, I feel like I can't personally use it because I don't personally understand the code yet. Thanks so much for the follow, Nate. Hi. I think we're going around in circles because I think I've already said that that's how I use it. What was tears, top people. It's good that you don't understand. How else are you going to expand your knowledge? I thought it's for my data scraping project. Basically Misty. I do think AI again. So my opinion is for me personally, I use it to ask it to explain stuff, right? I see a piece of code I don't understand. I ask it, hey, can you explain this to me? Okay. will I ask it to write my code? No. But I do also think that once I am at a certain level, I will be able to use it to up my efficiency. And I still have issues about the environmental impact, about all these huge data centers. like that's also where I'm very torn. Thaw, I pulled it, so I scraped it from the website. And yeah, so I scraped it from this website. I scraped all of these years and then put it into a database and then queried that, and yeah, that's where I got the data. Misty is a really Misty is GOAT with Python. Yeah, she's amazing. So okay. I don't think I am going to be recording. Like now I'm just like, okay, you guys don't judge me on my don't judge me on my explanations. Okay. Okay, hey, can we, like, yeah. Reserti, let's we want to keep positivity here. But I was talking to Time about, because, like, you know, this whole thing started with my whole positivity spiel and lacking positivity, right? So I was talking to her. I don't know if you guys have seen that viral co-working app game right now, where you can co-work with people, like it's cartoon animation where you can co-work with people and it's at the bottom of your screen. So I was just kind of thinking about that. Like, one, I had been thinking about doing something similar, and then I saw that that thing pop up and I was like, well then, I think it's on together, maybe. But I was thinking about how many of you guys feel like thanks so much for the follow, Thaw. How many of you guys feel like we could use more positivity in the world right now? Like, I feel like I feel like social media and even like chat, it can get so toxic sometimes. It can get really toxic sometimes, right? And a lot of people are doing like rage bait content and things like that. And like I'm just like, what if there was an app that it literally was just you send a positive message to someone. You just let them know that you're thinking about them. If if they have the app, like it pops up while they are on their computer, and it just is like it cheers them. It's just like, hey, just wanted to remind you that you're awesome. You can do it. Um, Hi, Flask. Um, Flask, import Flask. But like a little animation or a little cartoon, like a little mailbox type thing, but then it disappears. And you can also mark like, hey, I'm struggling right now, I could really use like some positive message. And um like I'm just thinking like there's like even on YouTube, right? You can thumbs down a video. I get it. If you don't but why why is there that option? Okay, I get it. Like some videos deserve to be reported and stuff like that. Um but like if somebody doesn't like a video, just move on, right? If somebody doesn't like a post, move on. The and I also feel like things are so political. Wait, what just happened? Hold on. Ex- okay, wow. Um so I don't know what just happened. I don't agree with name calling or or how do I Oh my gosh. Sorry. Oh my gosh. Wrong. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, Flask. I did not mean to delete your Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Uh hold on. I was Oh my gosh, I was deleting that and somebody sent Oh my gosh. No. Wait, I didn't hold on. No. No. Oh my gosh. Okay, but I agree with social. Okay, hey. I don't even care if we're joking right now. We're not going down that road. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I did not mean to delete the that because I agree with it. I agree with it. Here. So there. My world became a lot more positive when I quit getting on social media. Social media is like the most antisocial place I know. And I agree with that. But like I was thinking I've been streaming for an hour and a half and I've done absolutely no coding. Um but I was thinking about it like why why not just have a an app where we are cheering people on? You know, like why are we like, why can't we cheer each other on to be successful? Just because we want somebody to um just because somebody might be like trying to achieve the same goal as you doesn't mean that you can't cheer them on and hope for their success too. Sorry guys, I'm in a very I'm in a very yeah. So I'm not saying like, hi Saswat. He's really, so it's not, it's more just like, okay, you know that somebody is having a hard time, right? You just want to send them a virtual hug. It's not necessarily like something that you're gonna constantly be scrolling, right? But it's more hey, I see that you're on, and I just wanted to say I'm thinking about you. You know, I just want to say like you're doing amazing. Or else like I would, like, if I were in my and like you could it, basically like it would be somebody, like you could send it anonymously to random people that just might be struggling, you know? Wait, okay, what just happened with Reserti? I hate that it's entertaining for me. I think it's in the mod comments. This is how awesome I am at being a streamer. I don't even know how to get to mod view. But yeah, like, so that's what I've been thinking about recently. Just something that one doesn't collect data, just literally is, hey, I'm gonna send you a happy message. You're doing amazing. Did not work. It's fine. It's fine. I'll figure this out later. I know I can, I think, okay, so I know how to do it. I know how to do it on no, I'm not on mobile. Yeah, I'm not on mobile. Yeah, it's fine. I do trust Misty, so totally fine. But yeah, I don't, yeah, let's keep chat positive, please, guys. Please. There is enough negativity in the world, and you know, like with what's going on in States right now, I and I know I say keep politics out of it, but I'm at that point where I cannot and I do not agree with what is going on um with the ice and yeah. Thanks, Misty. Congratulations. That's awesome. Okay. And then oh, weird. Oh, I think it's I don't know what Dunning-Kruger is. So, thanks so much for the follow, Vampep. Okay, I'm looking that up now because I feel like that is important for me to know. Okay, yeah, that's yeah, but they did use a like basically yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's I did see that in passing, but I did not um and they did call Misty that twice, 2 or 3 times, I think. So yeah, we don't appreciate name calling. We don't appreciate negativity. Yeah. Okay. Thanks so much for the follow, Van Pep. I appreciate it. Okay. There's a bank robber who squeezed lemon juice, convincing. Oh my gosh, like invisible ink. Like the invisible ink. Is this a real story? Is this a real story though? Yeah. Oh. Hi then. Oh my gosh. What am I doing? I am talking. Look more into dumb people. Sometimes I feel really dumb. I'm saying feel. I don't think I am dumb, but sometimes I do feel like I am. That means I'm learning though, because I think I'm dumb. Guys. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I just okay. Let me get this recorded so that I can put this behind me, I can edit it and just be like, okay, I'm done, and be done with this class, and I can focus on leak code for a couple of days and then not worry about job applications for a month and a half, and then come back and hopefully be in a better headspace. Okay, guys. So the return on, let's refresh this because I know that this is timed out. Oh, thanks so much for the follow, Mipa. I'm learning computer networking, but it's getting better. Okay. Well, I'm glad it's getting better. I mean, but I don't want to compare myself to others because it's like, I don't know what their situation was during that time that they were mothers at a toddler's age. Like, I don't know. I just feel like you make me remember every single time I joined an interview and they were asking me, what did you do in the past projects? Yeah, I just feel like I'm not doing enough. I feel like I'm not doing enough for her. I feel like I'm not being the best role model. I feel like she's going to see a mom who is struggling, and yeah. Hi, type error. Firewall IP tables type. What does that mean? Okay, so I'm gonna record this. Let me. Oh, wait, I guess it would help if. Full screen. Honestly, I kind of am questioning too. So, you know, the whole thing about ethical web scraping and stuff like that. So, I'm kind of wondering, like, right now, AI agents, from what I understand, if the robots.txt files like bans them, they supposedly like the AI agents themselves can't scrape the the stuff, but like who's to say, like, has anybody tested it where can AI like hack into something? Like if they're asked to hack into something, are they able to? Like I know ethically not okay, but I'm kind of wondering like where does it stop? Okay. Let me record. And okay. Okay. So okay, so this graph is basically trying to show a return on investment. So I have the average cost per win for that year, I have the wins, which is the red line, and then I also have the average wins, which is 81, because that's 50-50. The red means that they spent on average more per win than the green. So the green means that they are more efficient. The red line shows, hey, they're doing better than this particular team. And then the league minimum is basically if they were to pay their entire roster the minimum wage, what would the cost per win be, which in 1986 was about 18,000. And then you can see how throughout the years it has, it is 1996. Just kidding. The 98. Oh yeah. So you can see how throughout the years it has gotten higher and higher for average cost. Like for Baltimore Orioles, it cost them almost $1 million per win for this particular year, and they actually scored below average. So they were not efficiently spending compared to Montreal Expos, who, while they still only won 65 games, they also were only costing $127,000 per win. Oh, thanks so much for the subscription on YouTube, Sayak Kule. I didn't like that. That was really bad. Okay. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so I almost hit stop streaming. Oh my gosh. I'm graphs, I know. Okay. Okay, guys. So let's do this. Okay, so this graph, I was showing the minimum salary that the league could pay a player, and then also the competitive line. And basically what this means is if the purple line was over the orange line right here, then it was a more predictable year where, let's say, one team, the Yankees, dominated over, or like the top. Oh my god, that was so bad. Okay. Okay. This is, what is this graph showing? How do I put it in words? Okay. Okay. So for the league parity, this graph has the competitiveness parity, the difference between the teams, and then also the minimum wage. And what I wanted to show was as the minimum wage increases, minimum salary. Oh my God. I don't know. Not recording. I can't do this. Hold on. I mean, like, wait, hold on. What? This is point of view. Hi, Turing. Okay. How can you compare the return on investment throughout each year of a country? I mean, like 10 years return on. I don't think my brain is not braining. I don't understand that question. I don't understand that question right now. Also, hey Turing, if you have not used Shrinky Dinks with your kids yet, I highly recommend Shrinky Dinks. Here. I think I did post this in Discord, but I spent the last couple of days. Oops. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. There we go. I spent the last couple of days making these. They're little stitch markers, but they started out as, where did it go? Hold on, where did it go? Oh, they started out as this, and then you can shrink them down. You can shrink them down, and they become like very acrylic-like. So yeah, this is what I've been doing instead of programming the last couple of days. So cute though. Aren't they so cute? And then I eventually want to make some with my emotes on them. Or else like, no, well, yes, they're shrink plastic. So like this, it started out as this, and then I used heat. I used heat to shrink it, and then it became like this. So it's 5 times thicker and 5 times smaller than how big it was when it first started. Yes, but have you done this with your kids yet? So they have like the printable ones, right? So that's how I've been messing around with it. So I made knitting stitch markers. Oops, as I just dropped one. I don't know where it went. Highly, highly, highly recommend. Oh my God. I can't see it in the dark right now. I'll find it. I'll find it after stream. I'll find it after stream. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, guys, let me try again. I don't want to stream too late tonight. I am tired. Definitely still struggling with my mental health, but you know, it's okay. It's okay, guys. It's okay. Okay. Wait till you do storage, then distribute. There's still time to lose all hope. Oh, positivity. Okay. So for this graph, we are looking at salary versus competitiveness. So we're looking at the minimum salary that a team pays. So basically, the minimum salary that a team paid a player that year, and whether the gap between the best and the worst teams are getting bigger or smaller. What this graph actually shows, because there's a lot of zigzag in the purple line, which is how the teams compared. If it was over the orange line, it means that there was a very clear, dominant couple of teams versus the other teams that were consistently losing. If it was below the orange line, it means that it you didn't know going into the game. It was a lot more, I would say, chaotic or toss up. And the yellow dotted line shows that the minimum salary raised over the time, but just because the minimum salary raised doesn't mean that the more competitive teams remained competitive, because it was forcing like these smaller teams to spend more money. It just was the luck of the draw with the competitiveness. I don't know. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not trying to become a data analyst. I just need to understand the you were a data engineer before? Wait. And you don't like it, or and also, how much data analyzing is there actually in data engineering? I know there's some, but like, am I actually going to be looking at graphs and data all day trying to analyze and create graphs? Or is that the data analyst, data scientist's job on? Thanks so much for the follow, Spintronic. Okay. And then this one. Okay, so it's still mostly cleaning data, right? Okay, okay. See, I can do that. Like, the fact that I have to, like, and I can spot patterns, right? But, like, okay. Okay, so this one is. So this one is about the team performance and then draft priorities. So basically, if a team performs really badly the prior year, then they get a higher draft pick spot. And what I wanted to show was, does having first pick for draft actually help the team right away? And each one of these colors represents a team. So we can deselect them all, and we can look at these. So we can see that like the Angels performed very badly the year before, and they got first draft, but it didn't necessarily help their win percentage, while the other teams, that was so bad. That was so bad. Oh my god. Oh, it'll never help my Reds. Okay. Okay, let's try this again. Well, thanks, Nan. I have info written. I have info written. It's just, honestly, my brain is not necessarily all focused today, as you can, if you guys have been here since the beginning of the stream, you guys have seen I have done absolutely no coding today. I had a plan of wanting to get this recorded and then start a new project. The project is not happening today. And yeah, I just want to get this video recorded. And yeah, I just want to get this video recorded, guys. I'm so tired and burned out, and I'm looking at this graph and it is not working the way I wanted it to work. And I don't want to like deal with uploading it back up to render, because yeah. Okay, can you cut? Oh, I am cutting them together right now. So I'm recording each graph at a time. I don't have it in me to edit multiple videos about each graph. So like I don't have the time or the brain capacity to do like 4 takes of this particular graph and edit it together. But I've done a different take for each of the graphs so far. Okay. Okay. Again, I almost hit stop streaming. This is why I need my my quick buttons. My quick buttons that are not there today. So frustrating. So frustrating. Okay, so let's try this again. Let's try this again, guys. Start recording. So this graph is talking about the draft and if it actually has an effect on the team's winning percentage, that like immediate. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. So this graph depicts the draft and how it affects the team and if they improve right away. Basically, if a team has a really horrendous year the prior year, they get a higher draft pick. So I wanted to depict whether or not the draft pick actually matters in a winning team, or if it actually helps a winning team. So right now we have all of the teams selected. If we were to clear it and then we were to select a specific team, we can see that the Dodgers have had a lot of volatile up and down, and they did pretty poorly with and were able to pick 5th, but it didn't actually help them the next year. Sorry. So they did well that particular, oh my god. What do I say? Okay, they did well that particular year, but then the following year, they did not do well because their win percentage went down. And then they got to pick higher, and they still didn't do very well. They were not continuously improving because they had a higher pick the following year, and then they hit their stride and the draft did not actually seem to affect their winnings, which I already know that. Like, I know this information. I know this information. I already wrote it down. And why am I like just, oh my God. Okay. Hi, Edit. I'm doing okay. let's get this done. Let's get this done, guys. Okay. So what this graph is depicting is the draft and whether or not the draft actually affects how they do that season. When a team does poorly the previous season, they actually get a higher draft pick. And I wanted to demonstrate if it actually had an effect on it or not. And we can see with the Dodgers that the draft pick actually did not have a huge effect on it later on. So at first, being able to pick earlier on, they did do better, but then the next year, because they did better, they did worse overall on the season. But then they ended up hitting their stride, and the draft pick did not actually change their winning percentage. They stayed above the league average. Same with the Giants. If you look, the Giants were able to pick like later on in the draft, and they remained winning. Then they actually ended up picking earlier and did really, really well. However, later on, it does not affect their winning streak. They remained a good team even without a high draft pick. Okay, you know what? I will take that. I will take that right now. Okay, so I will take that. I will edit it. Let me talk about my code now and my insights to my code. Okay, so my code, where is it? Okay, so I need to talk about functionality. Okay. Full screen. Actually, hold on. Okay. So some of the functionality that I put into my dashboard was for the first graph for the return on investment or the efficiency and spending. I wanted to split it up between the years just so we can compare each of the team's spending for that particular year. There's a drop down that you can select the year that you want to look at. The league parity does not actually have anything except for the hover where you can see the numbers provided. And then it also talks about the correlation score, which states that there is no clear link between the salary, the minimum salary, and the gap between the teams. And then the draft performance, I wanted to follow the draft of the teams throughout the years. So the way that I did this was instead of having a year drop down, I had it where you could select a specific team and you would be able to see their performance throughout the years. Okay. See, I can explain what my code does. There's a reason why I never went into certain professions. Like, do I like statistics and graphs and things like that? Yeah, I like looking at them. I like understanding them. Do I like explaining it to other people? No, not at all. Not at all. Do I want to write reports? Not at all. I just want to look at the data, see what the data is doing, see what the data is showing, but I don't want to have to explain it to somebody. Okay. Okay. So I think that is good for now. Interesting headspace today, right? Interesting headspace. Okay, so this is a question. Do I want to do my calendar app where, and then this is another idea that I had. I have so many ideas, but like the thought of like executing them is also like super stressful to me. Thanks so much for the follow, 90s gamer. It's like, I don't know how many of you guys know what bullet journals are, but like, is there actually a reading journal? Hold on. Yeah, but like, has anybody done like bullet journaling or anything like that? Like, I feel like there isn't really a good bullet journal out there where you can be really creative with your bullet journal. There are some people whose like physical bullet journals are absolutely gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, but it also takes a lot of time, like getting all of the straight lines and everything like that. But oh, wait, I have to. Do I? I don't think I do. I don't think I do, actually. Hold on. Yeah, I don't think I do. Submit GitHub link. Submit the link to your GitHub and README file. Final project presentation. Okay. And then I think I'll also. Oh, thanks so much for the follow, Scruff McDuck. Purring, yes and no. So reading journal, I would love to keep track of like my reading and my knitting. So I think it would be really cool to have an app where you could like personalize your own journal, but also like create your own stamps so that you could keep reusing your own stamps. And like do its own layout for each page, depending, or like you can make all of the pages the same, but you can again create that page yourself. Like you can design that page yourself. Like I feel like a lot of the journal apps out there aren't that creative, which is why so many people don't end up sticking with it. Because I feel like journaling is a very creative thing. It's just, again, I have been considering making stickers so I can just stick in my journal so that I can write on it instead of having to like trace out the thing every single day, And yeah, I'm just, I don't know, guys. And like, I have that positivity app that I want to do. I have the the calendar slash curriculum sharing photo app. It's hard, guys. I don't know. Oh, thanks so much for the follow, Air 404 Aaron. I appreciate it. But yeah. Okay. So should I describe? I think okay, I will also explain. Let's do this recording too. Also purring, I have it off because of no because I am recording, but yeah, I do have the first. Still, you did make it up there. Okay. So I'm going to also explain this and I'll decide if I'm going to put it in or not. Okay, so this project was where I scraped the baseball history website, the Baseball Almanac. I scraped the American League and the National League along with the events. So these events down here where we had the World Series, the Home Run Derby, the All-Star Games, and the draft. What just happened? How I did that was I used Selenium, and I actually just got a list of all of the links for this particular page. I got a list of links for all of these links for American League and National League. And then I actually scraped the year this year, and I scraped the HTML of that particular year. That meant that I had all of the data saved in a dictionary, and I didn't have to keep accessing the site to continuously scrape it for the additional data. And then from there, I broke down the event links to check if it was a particular event or if it even existed. And I got the tables, the table name, the column names, and then the table data. And then I actually uploaded all of that into CSV files. And then I cleaned it before I imported all of these to SQL. So I made sure that all of the data was consistent, where the year was an int and the values were floats, or else like picked also needed to be an int. And then I had SQL queries as well that the user could personalize. They could search for a particular year or a particular stat. And then I also created from there the dashboard that has specific SQL queries and demonstrates these queries and the data in the data frames into a graph. Yeah. Okay. But I do actually have to. 32 cents. I made. Oh, did I close it? Hold on. No. Yeah, I made this. So I scraped the website and created these graphs to depict certain information. But now we're gonna write the last SQL query. We're gonna aggregate. Honestly, I'm like tempted to just aggregate, like, steal from this one. I don't, yeah. I already did the work. I think I want this one. Equals. And then what do you mean? I have an ADH problem. Like, what gave that away? What gave that away? I have not been officially diagnosed, but I have been given forget what they're called, mom brain. But my therapist has gone through the checklist and says that I score very high and I should probably go see a psychologist. But I figure I have figured out ways to cope with my issues. So yeah. Okay, anyways, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, once data frame equals, I don't know why I have that. Okay. Yeah, read equal query, and then we want query on. Okay, then we want aggregate query, and then this will be data frame. Then we're going to return aggregate. Oh, what am I doing? And then we're gonna do aggregate data frame equals dot read equal query, and then we're going to do aggregate query connection. Hold on. Actually, how does that work? Just kidding. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. This is what we want. And then we're gonna do 8 and equals self dot date connection, and we're gonna do print date dot okay. Python dot SQL query and 3 okay, it's fine, it's fine. Why is this not? Oh, what am I doing? Okay, so we got that. Let's see, we have readme and SQL query. Okay, so we are going to do git add, and we're going to do git commit message, and then we're going to do updated read me and added SQL query for aggregation. Okay, let me just double check my readme is correct. Okay, so I have to do screenshots. Okay, just kidding. I have to do screenshots. Okay, so fine. Windows Shift S. Ah, dang it. Windows Shift S. Going to save this to my Git diamond data scraper. Green dots. So we are going to call this one draft. Draft priority all. Okay, and then we will do S. Okay. Select one. Okay. And we're gonna do this one. Okay. Actually, let's rename this. Performance. Performance. Left one. Okay, and then this one is security. And okay. Okay, so now path to your screenshot. I forget, how do I display the language? How do I see the preview? Open preview. There we go. Okay, got it. So I want, where are my screenshots? Okay, there we go. I want dots. Also, I should probably rename these F2. Me dots. Screenshots. Oh, hey, look at that. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I apparently was looking at the wrong chat window. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, hold on. What is ADHD? How does it feel like? I have very difficult time starting projects. Like I get super overwhelmed. I don't know where to start. I am constantly coming up with ideas. And like my brain does not stop. It's constantly jumping from one thing to another. Hyper focused as well, which is kind of a paradox if you think about it. Because my brain doesn't stop jumping from one thing to another, but then I can get hyper focused. And thanks so much for the follow, K-Sync and FUG State. Thanks so much for the follow. In future, it's best to use prefix feet reductor. Wait, third sense. Can you explain that to me? Or I guess I can read that. I can look that up. I'll look it up. But I'm probably going to just commit it as it is right now. Maybe? No. Well, yes. Does it matter what order? Okay, screenshots. Um, let's two. Three. Thanks so much. Okay. Okay. Is this gonna resize it? Will this resize it? Okay, it does resize it, it looks like. Okay. Okay. Okay, so chore update readme. Thank you. Okay, so then can I discard? How do I discard the commits? Or am I not able to? Am I able to discard a commit? Am I able to discard a commit? Okay, so that's not it. I guess it would help if... Okay. There we go. Hey, okay. Okay. Not git restore. I don't think. I already committed. But yeah, it was git reset soft so that it kept the changes. Yeah, so it kept the changes. Okay. Okay, awesome. The Git reset uh seems to have done what I needed it to do. So I'm good. I'm good. We're good. We're good. No, I was reading your you said no, it's going to discard all files. And I said I don't want to discard all files. Or I don't want to discard the changes. I was reading your chat. But thank you, thank you. Okay. So we want to okay, so we're gonna do git commit, and then we're going to git add, and then we're gonna do a chore for the readme. Okay, so see, I learned something new. Add, and then I think it would just be easier to add everything and then just remove the SQL query, right? So how do we remove, just so I know how to do it in command? It is git restore okay, so it would be git restore staged, and then this would be SQL query. Hey, okay. See, I'm learning something new every day. Every day I'm learning something new. Oh, I know, I can. I'm just sometimes I'm just trying to learn the commands for the command line too, or PowerShell or whatever. Yeah. Hi Maru, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Okay, so okay. Okay, so okay, we have the live demo, the readme. I forget who it was. Somebody was talking about how they don't like emojis in readmes. uh okay. So git commit and then message, and then so I would put chore, right? And then updated readme and added screenshots of dashboard. Okay, and then we're gonna do git push. I guess can I commit two things, or can I push two commits at the same time? Okay, yes I can. Yes I can. Okay, so then we're going to 75 max cares for the title. For the message, wasn't this is not more than 75 letters. There's no way. Oh, thanks so much for the follow, OpenClaw. First line of commit. And then space. There you can whatever, however much you want. Wait, and then space. There you can whatever, however much I want. Sorry, what? Like I can put however much I want on my commit message after? Okay, I have heard people say like they don't like long commit messages. But you would want a long commit message, right? Okay. And then you said, hi Techie, welcome in. Okay, so you said beach. Okay. So we are going to git add equal, oh, what am I doing? Equal, no, that's not what I want. People have opinions on git hygiene. Okay. Then we're going to git commits beats, right? Added aggregation query view. Okay, and then git push. And then I think I am done with this project. I think. Where is my, excuse me, where's my GitHub? And then how do I write git thing? Hi, what am I doing? I am finishing up my data scraping project. Okay, I still always forget how to do that, so we're gonna just do it this way. Okay, and then, yeah, I know bad practice didn't have a hey, scraper logic, read me. Hey! Ah, dang it. Baby is awake. Perfect timing, though. Perfect timing. Okay. Okay. Optional. Okay. Okay, guys. Okay. So for that, those of you guys who would like to see it, of curiosity. Wow. Why did I get 50 clones a day ago? Wow. Hold on. Why did I get 50 clones in the past couple? Okay. Anyways. Yeah, for those of you guys who might want to see it, this is one, my GitHub. Two, this is my project. Yes, the database is on there, but it's more because render doesn't play nice with with selenium, so I did not want to get into the whole thing of my having to make render work with selenium. um Let me just double check main is correct, right? Oh, I guess the SQL query, whoops. Oh well. Hi, Daniel. Okay, but I think I'm done. I'm done streaming tonight too. It's I'm definitely a little all over the place right now. Let's see. Anybody streaming? No, not really, not coding wise at least. Okay, guys. I'm going to go sleep early. If you haven't, okay, so if you haven't followed me on YouTube, please, please, please. I guess it's if you haven't subscribed to me on YouTube, please, please, please subscribe. Hit that heart. And I'm so close to 1,000 subscribers, guys. I'm so close, so close. And then on Twitch, you guys are amazing. I always, always, always appreciate both Twitch and YouTube for coming, hanging out with me while I do my work. Honestly, after I turn this in, I might hop on. I haven't decided if I'm going to do leak code or start my project I want to start. So I'm thinking I'm gonna do the calendar app. And yeah, like I think I have to figure that out, or I might just do an art stream and make more of these, because these are really fun to make. They're so cute. Maybe I'll make some with my emote again. For those of you who haven't seen, if you guys would like to see, where is my art? So I made these. I'm very proud of these. This was what kept me sane. I did use art, an independent artist's fan art, but I'm not planning on selling these. So, yeah, these are for my own use. However, like, how cute are these? And they're stitch markers for those of you who know I do knit. And I don't know if you guys can see it. Yeah, so they have numbers on some of them, and yeah, it's just to keep track of it. I'm so surprised as to how well they turned out. But anyways, maybe we'll do some stream like that, or else we'll knit. I don't know, guys. And then don't forget, I am going on a break starting this weekend. So again, we'll see. We'll figure it out. But I appreciate you all so much. You guys are amazing. Thanks again for hanging out with me. Thanks again for your help. Thanks again for the enlightening conversation. Again, positivity. Let's keep things positive. But yeah, I appreciate you. Bye, guys. I can't hit my button. Okay. Bye, guys. Also, don't forget to hit the heart on both YouTube and on